Hi Megan, thank you so much for agreeing to talk to me today.
No worries at all.
I noticed you signed the consent form earlier to participate in the study. Did you have any further questions?
No, all good with that.
No, great. Okay, so today we're going to be asking you a few questions about yourself and some of your experiences at university. The interview should go for around 10 minutes and it will be filmed. If at any time you feel uncomfortable and wish to move on or even end the interview, please don't hesitate to speak up and we can deal with that. Are you happy if we begin the interview now?
Absolutely.
Great. So we just begin by you telling me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I grew up in rural Victoria on a small farm. Throughout primary school and high school, probably one of my biggest outlets was playing sport with all my friends. In a small community, there wasn't really a heap of other things that I was interested in, so just made the most of that. When I finished high school, I chose a degree down at ACU in Melbourne, so I moved down into a residential college in North Melbourne, and I've been doing my course for this going into my third and final year. So,
Exciting.
And now I'm living in Footscray with a few friends in a share house.
Cool. Sounds great. Very exciting being in your final year.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit specifically about your experience at uni so far up to date?
Yeah. So I've actually had a really positive experience at uni. I think being number one from the country and it being so far from my home meant that I really wanted to involve myself down here and make friends and make people that would kind of like be instead of having my family close by. So I really throw myself not only into my course but also into the student associations and ACU sport, meaning that I get to go on a few types of camps and have a lot more like social outings with friends not only from my course as well as from outside of my course.
Great. So you've already mentioned your social engagements and friendships that you've made at uni. Tell me like a little bit about how important these are to you and what you attribute them to.
Yeah. Okay, so probably compared to a lot of people, ACU tends to have a lot of people that live with their families, and because I didn't have that, my friendships are probably even more important than for other people. Living on res meant that I got to make a few close friends that I always have around, but having friends in uni that I can talk to about my course and help as study, but also have people that are totally not from my course that do nursing or exercise science meant that I have a bit of an outlet from all that study. Like it's not like I moved down here just for that. So that was really good.
Cool. So how would you say that friendships that you have, say, at university differ from friendships outside of uni, whether that be friends from high school or work friends?
I probably put a lot of my university friends above that. Like specifically from high school, I found that because of like location, geographical location meant all my friends lived within like a 15-minute drive from me, and that was kind of the only reason we were actually friends. So actually being able to meet friends that are going in the same direction as me and have similar values down here is a really important attribute now that I've found friends that I can actually relate to a bit better. But yeah, like super important and super exciting to have friends that are not just friends with you because of where you live.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So back to your friends at uni, how would you say these friendships have stood the test of time? Have they changed? Have they developed?
Yeah. Being in my third year, like I've sort of seen them change quite a lot. In my first year, being from so far, like I didn't really know a heap about the uni. So a lot of my friends were just in the commerce degree that I started in, all doing same subjects as me, and a lot of them started just on like a study basis.
Yeah.
Whereas now that we've done sort of 2.5, 3 years together, like they're a lot stronger. But then second year, when I joined Student Association and AC Sport, I made friends that weren't just based on study. So that meant that we're a lot closer in terms of we did a lot more socially rather than through study. And now that we've sort of been together for a year, that's meant that they're probably a lot closer than even some of my friends from high school.
Yeah.
Even after knowing them after such a short time, they're so much more important to me. And now this year, like being a third year, final year, the dynamic of some of my friendships has changed because we're now sort of leaders, especially in the student association. So some of the friends I'm making this year not only are like friends, but they're also like kind of look up to me and are looking to learn from me and my uni experience.
Yes, that's cool. You've spoken a little bit about the student association. Could you tell me a little bit about what that entails, what that involves?
Yeah, so realistically, it sounds a lot more professional than what it probably is. Like, it is just a big group of us friends that run events for other students and to try and kind of grow our own social group. Like, we try to make everyone have the same experience as us at uni, which means that we run things based on what people are going to enjoy and how we can like make it so that everyone's having that really fun friend-making experience at uni.
A really good way to get involved with what's happening on campus.
It's been really important to my positive uni experience.
Yeah, so cool. So you've mentioned quite a lot the importance of friendships for yourself on campus. Looking at completing uni online compared to on campus, would you say your experience would have differed? Would it have been similar?
It would be hugely different for me. Because if I tried to study online, I probably would have stayed at home. So I would have been sort of stuck back with the same friend group from high school that, again, as I said, like I didn't really get along with in terms of values. It would have meant that I didn't move down to Res and made all the new friends to live with there, which has been like such a big part of my life. Like I was there for 2 years and made so many different friends within my year and the year below me. Whereas being on campus all the time means that I'm exposed to so many different people that like potentially could be my friends or potentially could be people that I want to study with or learn from. I definitely think that being on campus has helped me out a lot in terms of making like real friends, especially.
Of course. So looking at your time on campus, what does a typical week look like for you? What's your contact hours like? What hours do you spend socialising?
So my degree was actually fairly short contact hours. Like I would usually have between 12 and 15 hours a week. So meaning that I will come in for my workshops and lectures and then I spend a bit of time in the student association office, which is just like talking to younger students and like trying to get them involved with what we do. And then generally like after uni is when I'll catch up with my friends or we've shut the office and all go out and have dinner or drinks or something a bit social afterwards.
So a lot of socialising and a little bit of study.
But I think that's the way that I expected uni to be, especially moving down into Res. Like it's meant to be a bit of a party, but because you're so exposed to being with those people all the time, like it also becomes friendships through that, which is like such a weird concept, but it's been a really good one.
At the same time. So looking at your friendships that you've made just at uni, do you see them outlasting? Do you see them going beyond your time at uni? You are going into your last year now.
It's kind of a bit of a scary concept. I think that the ones that I've made purely through my course, they'll always be connections of mine because we're going in the same direction, but maybe not lifetime friends. The ones, though, that I've made through the student association will definitely be better friends for life than probably ones that I've known my whole life. So,
it's really great to hear. That probably brings us to the near the end of the interview. Just to summarise some key points that you've made, you've really emphasised the importance that you have of friendships at uni, which is great to hear. And also, I guess, emphasise that they are for life, and that's why you've enjoyed uni so much, which is great. Is there anything else you would like to add that we might have missed?
No, I'm just really grateful that you have me for this interview. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for giving up your time.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.